Hello dear students, welcome back to a YouTube class. So in the last class we started to study about your secondary memory, where we had seen the meaning of secondary memory, then the features of secondary memory. After that we started to study different types of secondary memories. In that different types we had studied magnetic disk general structure and the features, and in that magnetic disk we have two types. One is hard disk and the second one is floppy disk. Among that, hard disk we had studied in detail. Then so the secondary memory is needed when all we have to store the huge bulk amount of the data or the program or the instructions into your computer system. So what happens is, in your primary memory the data can be stored only in a less amount. So when you want to store the data for a longer period of time permanently, and a huge bulk amount of the data you want to store in your computer system, then we have to shift to another memory, that is your secondary memory. As your primary memory is also called as main memory, similarly your secondary memory is called as auxiliary memory. Sometimes this is also called as magnetic memory, because the devices which we use for your secondary memory all are made up of some magnetic devices. Fine. So with some of the examples we have for your secondary memory is like magnetic disk. In that, hard disk we have, floppy disk we have, zip disk we have. Then we have the optical disk, those are CD, DVDs, Blu-ray disc and all. And then the pen drive, memory card. Like this we have the different secondary memory devices. When you are using, where you are using, and for what purpose you are using, based on that we can use the different secondary memory devices. Next, we studied in detail relating to a magnetic disk, where the magnetic disks are of circular in nature. Those has the group of disk and outer layer coated with metal oxide, so that we can give the security to your disk. We can store the data on both the surfaces, upper surface and the lower surface, that is the downer surface. Here the disk is made up of set of the concentric circular plates, that is called as your tracks. The tracks are again divided into different sections, those are called as sectors, and on these tracks and sectors the data is stored. So the speed of this magnetic disk is depend on RPM, where RPM stands for revolution per minute. In 1 minute, how many times the disk revolves? That is the speed we measure relating to that disk, relating to that particular disk. So up till 7500 RPM measurement we will be having. So which disk you are using, based on that maybe the speed varies. Then so this is the general structure, where we had seen that to do read and write operation in your disk we use magnetism method. So what is that magnetism method? We had seen in your hard disk. So here your magnetic disk has been divided into mainly two types, hard disk and floppy disk. Similarly, as your floppy disk, we also have zip disk, but that is not included in your syllabus. But just remember, for your knowledge purpose, there is another magnetic disk that is called as your zip disk. Fine. So hard disk is same as all the features of your magnetic disk, where we can perform read write operation. Then the capacity of your hard disk starts from 260 GB to till up till terabyte and all we can use it. For what purpose we can use, based on that the capacity can be increased. Here your disk is made up of different tracks and sectors to store the data, and how it internally work with that diagram I had explained you for it. Done. So remember that nowadays the external hard disk are also available. Nowadays the external hard disk are also available in the market. As you connect your mobile phone to your computer, similarly it is like a box like structure, and that can be connected to your computer system using USB cable. When all you want you can connect it. Then so these are all the things we had studied in the last session. Now in today's session we studied the different some more secondary memory devices. We'll start with your floppy disk. So floppy disk is also called as floppy diskette, which contains single flat piece of a circular plate. The disk, your disk is coated with metal oxide and enclosed in plastic cover. So that coating and enclosing with your plastic cover and coating with your metal oxide, everything is because it should not come in contact with the dust and oily particle easily. If your disk will come in contact with any of these material, then the data stored in that disk may be deleted or erased. For giving security purpose, we coat your disk with metal oxide material and enclose within your plastic cover. The floppy disks are small and portable. So the size of floppy disk is very small if you compare with your hard disk, and portable. So as I had given you the meaning of portable in the previous sessions, portable means we can carry from one place to another place. Okay, as you carry your mobile phone where all you go from one place to another place, as you can carry your laptops from one place to another place, similarly your floppy disk can be carried from one place to another place. For that reason it is called as portable. Then so the three common size of your floppy disk is 3.5 inch, 5.25 inch and 8-inch diameter. The based on the size will have the different types of the floppy disk, means just the differences in the size only. Okay, as the size will differ, like that the storage capacity also differs. Right? So we'll get three common size floppy disk. The first one is 3.5, second one is 5.25 and the third one is 8 diameter. Then most commonly used floppy disk are 3.5 inch in size with a storage capacity of 1.44 MB. Just imagine the floppy disk can able to store only 1.44 MB of the data, that is equivalence to your 500 pages of textbook, you can call it as 500 pages of textbook. That much of the capacity you can store in one floppy disk of 3.5 inch size. Okay, so nowadays one single day we have 1.5 or 2 GB data free. When you on your internet, there is mobile data, and off it, if you on it for 5 to 10 minutes and you immediately off it, within a fraction of minutes we lose our 5 to 10 MB of the data. Okay, so that much in only 5 to 10 minutes we are using, where in the earlier days when they were using the floppy disk, they had only the capacity of 1.44 MB. So in nowadays, in one day, 1.5 or 2 GB of the data we can waste. Okay, so just see how the technology has been changed. Earlier everything was in the format of bytes, KB and MB. Now GB is not sufficient for us. So because of that, the technology has been changed from one era to another era. Disk drives for floppy disk is called as floppy drives, means the area through which we put or we insert your disk, that is called as drives. That is called as drive. So from where we add your floppy disk is through your floppy drives. Your floppy disks are slower to access than your hard disk and have less storage capacity. You cannot compare your floppy disk and hard disk, because hard disk minimum it starts from 100, 150, 260, 500, 520, 1 terabyte. More than that capacity will be there. Where in your floppy disk it is just 1.44 MB, or up till 20 to 30 MB you can increase. Max is 100 to 250, that much is there. Okay, and the data which is stored in your floppy disk, if you want to access is, the speed of floppy disk is very slower if you compare with your hard disk. Then, and it is less expensive as the capacity is less and the storage speed is also less. Similarly, the price of your floppy disk is less if you compare with your hard disk. So these are the different floppy disk we can see based on the size we have divided. Then, so this was the last one what I had given you the size, that is your 8-inch This is 5.25 and this is 3.5. These three floppy disks I had taken. 8, 5.25 and 3.5 inch floppy disk. Okay, actually here it is a circular. Can you see? Here the circle disk is there inside, that will be coated with your metal oxide and the plastic material, so that it should not come in contact with the dust particle, and the data what all is stored in this floppy disk should not be erased. For that reason, this box, everything is just for security purpose. This all is just for security purpose. Done? So this is all about your floppy disk. Next we'll start to study the other disk type, that is called as optical disk. The next type of the disk we have is optical disk. So the optical disk is a random access removable disk on which data is written and read through the use of laser beams. So here, as we had seen in your, one more point you have to remember is, as the read and write operation occurs in your hard disk, how the disk will rotate and that read write head will come in contact with your surface when you are doing write operation, and the area where it touches, their electricity fluxes will create, and then that area will be darker in color, so it represents that there the area is stored, like that. Then in the same way the read write operation will occur in your floppy disk also. As it is a part of your magnetic disk, the same operation or the same method will occur in your floppy disk also. But here in your optical disk, when you want to perform read and write operation, that is when you want to add your content into your optical disk, or the data which is there in your optical disk, if you want to read it or if you want to display it, then here magnetism method will not be taken place. Here everything is done using the laser beams. Light beams are used to read and write operations. When you want to perform the read and write operation, rather than using the magnetism method, we use here laser beam technology. The optical disk consists of rotating disk, same as your magnetic disk, which is coated with a highly reflective material. So what happens is, I guess you all have seen your movie CDs and all. If you have CD player in your home or the CDs, other things, if you hold it to the sunlight, it shines. It always shines. Then because we have there the reflective material, it is made up of with the reflective material. For that reason, it always shines. The data recording on the disk is done by focusing a laser beam on the surface of the spinning disk, which stores data as a microscopic light and dark spots on the disk surface. So what happens here is, when all we want to enter any data, when all we want to add any data into your optical disk, what we do is, that all will be done after focusing. We take the laser beam and we focus on your disk. So the area where the laser beam will be focused, in that area the data is stored, and that area will become with the dark spots. It creates the dark spots. That means in that area the data is stored, okay, which can be done through the microscopic lights. Okay, the dark spots are called as pits. The lighter non-spitted surface area of a disk is called as lands. Lands will be empty and the dark spots contains the data, those are pits. Okay, the process of recording the data onto optical disk are called as burning. The process of recording the data, that means the process of adding the data into your optical disk, that process is called as burning. Why it is called as burning? Because your optical disk earlier days are used like a ROM when all they want to copy the musics or the movies and all. That time they use this CD, DVD and all. And once if the manufacturer enters the data, it likes ROM. Then later you can just play those movie and songs and all, but you cannot delete it, you cannot add something extra, or even if you want to edit it, that is also not possible. Then so that process was called as recording, and recording the data into your optical disk is called as burning. Remember this word burning for 1 marks. The process of recording the data onto an optical disk are called as burning. There are different types of your optical laser disk. The first one we have is CD-ROM, then we have is DVD-ROM, and then we have is BD-ROM. BD-ROM stands for Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc. CD stands for compact disc. DVD stands for digital video disc or digital versatile disc. Actually, we earlier days we used to call it as video. Nowadays we announce it as versatile, because earlier DVDs are made only for movies and all. So as it was used to store the videos, for that purpose the expansion was like digital versatile video disc. Now it can be used for all purpose, so we call it as digital versatile disc. Done. And ROM, we all know that read only memory, where once the data is entered, we cannot edit, we cannot delete, nothing is changeable there. Done. So we'll get the different types of the optical disc. Like the main, you remember these three first, okay, then we'll see these difference. These we'll see later. Just you remember CD, DVD and BD. CD stands for compact disc, DVD stands for digital versatile disc, and BD stands for Blu-ray disc. So the first one we'll study relating to a CD, compact disc. CD-ROM stands for compact disc read only memory. So compact disc, that is CD expansion, read only memory is these CDs are developed, or here the data once recorded is done, we cannot change them or we cannot edit them in the future. Done. It is only optical storage medium capable of holding up till 682 MB of the data. Only that much capacity of the data we can store in your CD-ROM. Accessing of data from CD-ROM is quite a bit faster than your floppy disk, but slower than your hard disk. If you compare your compact disk with your floppy disk and your hard disk, then the speed of accessing the data of your compact disk ROM is higher than your floppy disk, but slower than your hard disk. To read the data from your CD-ROM, we need a drive called as CD-ROM drive, that I'll show you. Okay, CD technology uses near infrared rays. So what happens here, when all you want to add any data into your CDs and all, or if you want to burn the CDs, that time we need the infrared rays, because we know that these all work on your optical disc. So here optical beam means, or optical disc means the light beams. So these all work on your light technology. Done. For that reason it uses infrared lasers. So there are two types of the CDs. Actually we have to study CD in detail, and there are three types. The CD-ROM is a part of CD only, but they take CD-ROM specially and it is divided into two, CD-R, CD-RW, like that they will tell. But in reality, CD is divided into three: CD-R, CD-RW and CD-ROM. So we know that CD-ROM means read-only memory, compact disk read-only memory, where CD-R means compact disk recordable, and CD-RW means compact disk rewritable. So what happens here in CD-ROM, the manufacturer will enter the data, like software CDs and all you will get, no, those CDs are CD-ROMs. CD-R means you will get an empty CD, and what all the data you want to enter, you are allowed to enter. But once if you enter means next time you are not allowed to edit or delete the content or re-enter the data. That is not possible. That is called as recordable. And CD-RW means how many times you can you want to enter, you can able to enter, and how many times you want to read is all possible. You can delete and add, edit, update, anything you can do it. That is relating to your CD-RW. Done. So totally three types of the CDs will be there: CD-ROM, CD-R and CD-RW. So here I had given you the examples. This is CD-R recordable, this is CD-RW, and this was actually your CD-ROM. Okay, so I told you, no, when all you want to use your optical disc, there should be a driver. Done. So CD-ROM drive should be there. Drive means this part, what we call it, if you press this here, this button, it will be closed. When you press, it will come open like this from the device, and here we put the CD and we just push it, it will be closed. We push it, it will be closed. So this area is called as drive. Like this, for floppy disk insertion, a small drive will be there. If you have to just push it, it will come out, and you have to put that CD again, you have to push it back, it will go inside, it will get read. So can you see this shining area? This is what it is made up of, all your CDs. Done. And can you see this darker area? This darker area means in this place the data is stored. After burning, it will become dark in color. After burning, it will become dark in color. Fine. So this is all about your CD. Next we'll study the second one is DVD, where DVD stands for digital versatile disk. DVD stands for digital versatile disk, which were earlier used to call it as digital video disk. Why? I had given you the reason. Next, it is an optical disk technology with a 4.7 GB storage. The capacity of DVD is more than your CD. In CD we can store up till 6 to 700 MB, where in your DVD we can store up till in the format of GB, that is 4.7 GB storage capacity it can have. Then DVD can be single or double sided, means two surfaces are there. No, sometimes you can store on only one side, sometimes you can have the permission to store on both the sides. So we can have two layers on each side. Then a double sided or two layer DVD will hold up till 17 GB of video, audio or other information. Okay, so the capacity of two layered and two-sided DVD is more than single-sided. Then DVD technology uses red laser. Here in your CD it uses infrared rays, where your DVD uses red laser beams. Then there are two types of DVD will get, that is DVD-R and DVD-RW. R means recordable. Once it will be empty when you purchase it for the first time, and you can enter the data what all you want, that is the recordable. And rewritable is many times read operation and many times write operation is possible, that is your DVD-RW. So these all your DVDs. These all are DVDs. Looks like same as your CD. On your CD is written like this. Can you see this? CD is written, and on your DVD is written. Only that much the difference is there, and the capacity is different. The capacity of DVD is more if you compare with your CDs. So in the today's class we had covered floppy disk, we had seen your optical disk general features, we had studied CD, types of CD, and we had studied DVD and types of DVDs. So everything we had covered. The other parts relating to your memory storage devices we'll see in the next class. Thank you.